Hello YouTubers, Chief Prepper here again. This video is going to be about all the things that I think you need to think about when you start prepping, and some of it can be considered homesteading. First, with food, you need the ability to cook it. Cast iron cooking utensils so you can use it over open fire. You need an array of food reserves. Most of the people say work on 2 weeks, work on 30 days. I say you probably should work on 90 days of food. So you're going to need a blend of canned goods, freeze-dried probably. I don't have any currently. I have food in the freezer as well. So you need a combination of all that, and then you need a plan to consume it in the event of no power, and you need a way to cook it. So I have a deep freezer and 2 refrigerator freezers combinations, canned food, beans, rice, noodles, that sort of thing that you'll need to learn how to cook. Water. You need a treatment system so you can take non-potable water or non-drinkable water and turn it into drinkable water. I have a filter, 2 filters I bought. One of them is supposed to be ready for 1 million gallons worth of filtering. You need containers to hold the water. I used 1 gallon jugs to backfill the toilet tanks in my house during the freeze. Then I got that water from the rain barrels. So probably if you don't have, and it's not illegal in your state, I would highly recommend getting some gutters on something, preferably not your house, because they can be bad for your house. And a rain barrel system to catch water comes in handy. You're going to need water for cooking, drinking, personal hygiene, and dishes. I recommend you stock up on paper supplies, as in paper plates and disposable flatware. That way you don't have to do dishes, you just have to burn it. Security. Some kind of privacy fence, preferably fencing your entire property with security lights. I have solar lights around probably 85% of my fence, and then I have big floodlight security lights. I also have security cameras covering all the entrances to my house and the vehicles in another section of the house. Bang sticks. I think the best recommendation there is some kind of revolver. I always say a .357 Magnum, because you can put 38s in it if a woman or someone of smaller stature can't handle the Magnum load of a .357. Plus, if you're scrounging, then you have a gun that can shoot 2 different bullets. Maybe you don't find .357 Magnums, but you find 38s, or maybe you don't find 38s, but you find .357 Magnums. So that's a $900 expense. Some kind of semi-automatic, a 9mm or a 45, because it's a common caliber round. It's probably $600. And then a shotgun, which can cost as much as $500, sometimes more. And then a long gun, preferably semi-automatic, chambered at .556, .223, or probably .308. If you want to do some precision shooting, probably bolt action of some kind. So that does not cover slings, holsters, shotgun shell holders, pistol grips, laser light combos, Picatinny rails, quad rails, bipods, weapons lights. I always recommend a white light and a red light, and lasers, and then scopes. So just getting the bang sticks is the beginning. There's always a follow-on process. Fighting knives, everything that is a knife, blade, or machete, you need to make sure excuse me. You need to make sure that all those have a really good sheath. One of the common problems a long time ago with inexperienced hunters is they'd have a knife and they would misstep or fall in the woods and they cut their femoral artery and then they'd die. And to be found later on if there's anything left of them. Fishing poles, hooks, lines, some kind of knife to clean them with, the ability to clean them, know how to process them, and eat them. We may get through this, we may not. Hunting bang sticks, bullets, laser lights, bipods, slings. You also have to have a game hoist. Some of you guys might think, it's only a 300-pound pig. Well, I can tell you, two 200-pound men, maybe 220 each, fairly strong, could not get a pig off the ground that was about 300 pounds with a pulley system and rope. So keep that in mind. If you're going to get any kind of large game, you're going to need some kind of hoist system. I have one that I had made at a metal shop that goes in the receiver of my van or my pickup, and I put a jack stand under it, and it has held a 330-pound boar. So your handguns are going to need laser light combos. You're going to need holsters, especially made to hold that combination on your weapon. Magazines, extra magazines, mag holders, and then ammo. It's $3,500 for the bang sticks, probably easily another $1,500 or $2,000 for all the accessories. And then I always say, if you're gonna have a bang stick, you need 1,000 rounds for each caliber of gun you got. Maybe not the shotgun. In your shotgun, you need double and triple buckshot and then slugs. You can go into later on why, if you're wondering. Some kind of hat. You're going to need outdoor gear, clothing, boots, tactical pants, shirts. Here in Texas we got mesquite trees that got 2-inch thorns on them that'll tear your ass up if you're trying to go through them with the wrong kind of clothes. Boots specifically. Probably need a poncho or rain gear as well for when it gets wet. Your bug out bags. There's plenty of information out there. You got to figure out what works for you. Same thing on the sleep system. Sleep system is like your sleeping bag. You're going to need some kind of overhead cover, tent, tarp, that kind of thing. If you're like me, I'm older, so there's no way I'm carrying my body armor and the military grade helmet I have. It's bulletproof. Elbow pads, knee pads, basic load, handgun, rifle, possibly some kind of fighting knife, and my pack. That just ain't gonna happen. I can barely carry my body armor, and I'm a little out of shape right now because I was sick for 2 months. But even last year when I was walking 4 miles, not very fast, but walking, and normally I was sore afterwards. I couldn't carry it very far. Alternate modes of transportation, possibly a bicycle, some kind of child carrier thing behind it that you can put shit in, so you can always ride a bicycle further and farther and faster than you can walk or run. Another option is possibly a horse with appropriate gear, as in saddle and bridle and all that stuff.